So for my DJ gigs, I've been putting together unique versions of tracks, especially for me to be able to play that nobody else has. And one of the tracks that I've done is the R&B classic Freak Like Me by Adina. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to take you on a tour of the elements. We're going to deconstruct it in Ableton Live. I'm going to warn you now that there's a couple of kittens in the house, and they are making some serious noise tonight. So if you hear anything strange, it's definitely these kittens. They're crazy. Let's take a look. So we're going to take a look from the top. We're going to look at the beats. As usual, this is a drum rack, and this is a selection of drum sounds that I handpicked from the library that I have. If you paid attention to one of my recent videos, you'll have seen that I'm using now very extensively the Brainworks SSL G series emulation. So this is here, it's on the channel, and it sounds wicked. There's a little bit of over here, but it sounds good, so it doesn't matter. And we've also just come into the chords there. So let me just show you the programming. This is quite complex. You know, what I'm doing a lot at the moment is paying attention to using snares and kind of like multiple claps quite a lot. The grid is a 16th triplet, okay? And almost everything I'm doing these days is 16T, okay? As opposed to using any amount of swing or any groove templates, literally just straight up 16 triplet grid, okay? Which is what I used to use back in the 90s. So I'm really going back to that. So programming, there's quite a lot going on. There are multiple velocities going on here, so there is a little bit of variation in terms of that. And that's going to inject a nice bit of vibe. So we went past the chords there. Let me just jump this forwards and we'll take a look here. So this is Falcon, which is a really wicked instrument from UVI, and this is basically running through this DS77, and it's a preset called My Dream. And one of the things about this is that it's moving. You know, the sound is changing because of the fact it's running through the Sound Toys Phase Mistress, and I love the sound of this phaser. It's something I'm using quite a lot. Running through the glue compressor just to bind it together, through the BX console again, and then I just wanted to add a little bit more percussive kind of front to this, so I'm using Native Instruments' Transient Master just to increase the attack there. Very, very key element of this track. And then we've got the bass coming in. Something you've seen me using quite a lot, the Bass Master from Loop Masters. And this is a really nice, warm, rounded bass patch. A little bit of sidechain compression so that when the kick hits, the volume is reduced. It enables that to cut through. And I'm triggering that vocal. I've called this Woof Woof. It's a little bit of an animal theme tonight. Here we go. And that was from the original song. There's that lyric, and it's so that's there just to really, you know what it is. Oh, really? Shh. So this vocal is really to remind people that, you know, this track, even though they don't recognize the music at the moment, is something that they will recognize vocally. So it's a little bit of a hook that's going to catch their ears and make them think, right, okay, is this what I think it is? And so that's introducing kind of like the song as such. And this is coming up to the point when that bass line comes in. Some chimes, just to bridge over these different sections. And then a couple of synth elements. It's kind of like a resonant, warm synth pad. This is from the Silent. This cat's like on my push controller now, trying to do things. Whoa! Right, off. Yeah, so Silent, and this has got a real warm sound, yeah, real analog sound. A little kind of reverbed kick sample, just to kind of add some drama on this breakdown. there's a vocal, which has been time stretched from the original tempo. Some of this I had to use the warp markers to get it timed correctly with the music. It's actually really quite hard to take a slower track and make it go faster and still sound good. The time stretch algorithm I've used here is complex. Doubling up the chords that you heard earlier with piano. This is quite quiet in the mix, but it just adds an extra layer of energy in that chorus. Now we've got the classic Chord M1 coming in, and it's the same chords as the Falcon. That's the dog sample. Just wanted to use it as some kind of a fill to back up what's being said in the lyrics. Yeah, there is a little brass sample here. Comes in every now and again. And yeah, this is an unofficial mix. It's just for my DJ sets at the moment. But I have submitted it to Mixbank, which is a great service that Dubset have put together, which is legitimizing bootleg remixes. Some of my bootleg mixes are already up on digital stores through that process, and it's a great service. It doesn't work with every track. So here we've got a kind of musical section, and there's a whole bunch of kind of sustained pad or string sounds here. So this one here, let me solo that for you. So yeah, this is a pad on contact, matrix pad from the factory library, the Retro Machines collection. And yeah, that one's ducking, so kick is bringing the volume down to add some movement. So we've got this. See how the orchestral sound, well, it's not orchestral. Originally I planned to use an orchestral sound, but I ended up coming with synths because it felt like it sat better. So let's get the chords and those elements. There's a high string as well. Bit of organ bass there. You hear that? So it's just something a little bit different as we move towards the end of the track. And that vocal, that alright vocal, is actually Adina Howard. There's a video of her on YouTube singing this song, and she was talking beforehand, and I thought, you know, is there something that I can use that would work on the track? So that works really quite nicely. A couple of effects and transition sounds, and really just leading out now for the next track to be mixed in. It's relatively short, but that's because, you know, if you've got a R&B song that's a slow tempo and you speed it up, obviously the track is going to be shorter in length. So I didn't want to dress around with too many extra elements, so I felt, you know, just come in, bring the song in, and then go, really. So it sits really nicely in a DJ set around other tracks. So that's about it. Once again, master section. This is my current setup for mastering, so the Slate Digital. This is the VBC FGMU for gelling things together. Then the virtual tape machine, SiEQ for a little bit of warming up, and you know, that EQ is really cool. The BX console, SSLG series, and then finally at the end the Ozone for limiting. Okay, so that's it. And once again, if you have any questions, just hit me up down below, and if I get time, I will get back to you.